You share a four-way byline, I note tonight, in the Washington Post with some real detail from behind the scenes. Trump was described as angry about the situation. He called political advisors Monday to say he had doubts about the GSA initiating the transition, to inquire about whether he could block certification of the Michigan result, and to express reluctance to travel to Georgia to campaign for the two Republican senators facing runoff elections, according to officials and advisors. What is going on behind the scenes, Phil Rucker?
Well, Brian, what's happening, according to my colleagues and I reporting today, is that the president has been very reluctant to agree to this procedural move, which is quite significant, which is the General Services Administration allowing the Biden transition to take place. That is effectively a surrender on the part of the president after 16 days of delaying the transition and trying to subvert the vote. He, of course, is continuing his fight publicly. He believes he has some legal avenues ahead, but the reality here is that it's over. And tonight brought some end to it. But the president took a while to get to that place psychologically. He had conversations over the last few days with a number of advisors who were telling him, look, the avenues are running short here. You need to let the transition begin. And then in the last 24 to 48 hours, we've seen this chorus of calls from some Republican senators who are influential, from a number, more than 100 national security veterans in this country who wrote a public letter today calling on the Trump administration to begin this transition. And importantly, from the CEO of Blackstone, Steve Schwarzman, who's perhaps President Trump's closest ally in the business community, he went public today with comments saying effectively that Biden had won this election and the country needed to move on. All of this has wounded the president, but got into an emotional place where his advisors were able to convince him to go ahead with the beginning of this transition, so long as he doesn't concede. And my colleague Josh Dawsey is reporting that there's actually an effort underway in the White House right now to get the president to deliver a formal speech to the nation. He would not concede in this speech, but he would use the moment to tout his accomplishments in office and to commit publicly on camera from the lectern to a peaceful transfer of power. That's the conversation underway tonight.
Hey there, I'm Chris Hayes from MSNBC. Thanks for watching MSNBC on YouTube. If you want to keep up to date with the videos we're putting out, you can click subscribe just below me, or click over on this list to see lots of other great videos.